Hey guys, I'm Yolanda and welcome to my 1 year, 100-pound weight loss challenge, week 2. If you saw the first week video, then you already know how week 1 went, which was great. I'll do a small little recap for those of you who haven't seen it, but I will also link it probably here, or is it there? I think it's here. Over my shoulder, you can see a vase of roses. Those roses represent all the weight that I have currently lost in this challenge. So for week 1, should I tell them, y'all, if they ain't seen it? You see quite a bit of roses back there. So I'll just go ahead and tell y'all. I lost 10 pounds. Now, that's not to be expected every week. Certainly not. For the first week, I actually fasted. I fasted for 5 days because I am a big proponent of fasting, healing your body. And in addition to losing weight, I also want to maintain and even improve my overall health. And for me, fasting is a big part of that. But you'll see that vase at the end of this video because I will be showing you snippets of my week, more specifically what I'm eating this week. And by the end of the week, you will see the total amount that I lost by the number of roses that I add to the vase. So now that housekeeping is out of the way, let's talk about what this week is going to look like. But let me remind you of the plan. The plan is low carb, high protein. That's anywhere between 150 to 200 grams of protein. At minimum, 45 minutes of cardio 4 times a week. And loads of water. At my big age of 40 something and being menopausal, cortisol levels are a big part of weight loss. For those of you who aren't familiar with what cortisol levels are, it's the way your body reacts to stress. So if you have high stress, then you have high cortisol levels and it makes it very difficult to lose weight. So while I know I'm going to get some feedback on you should do this and you should do that, what I know and I'm going to keep at the forefront of my mind is that I need to do what's best for me, which isn't super high intensity and not over the top stressful, but definitely something that I can consistently do without causing a whole lot of stress. So that brings me to what we're going to focus on this week. Yes, I will be doing all the things, but for this video's sake, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the meals that I eat and breaking down the different macros and why I chose to eat this way. First, let me share a comment from the comment section. Now, these comments I either found helpful or interesting, and maybe they can help you. So here's this week's comment. This one is short and sweet. Don't wear loose clothes, then you can really feel what needs to be lost. That walking is a good start though. So what do you think? Do you think wearing tighter form-fit clothes will help you lose weight? Maybe it's like a mental thing. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead because I didn't do this last week and kind of stand here and show my weight like as it's like before pictures, you know how they do? And I'm going to have you guys watch me do it. You still here with me? I'm coming. Before. So let's talk about why I chose to eat 3 eggs as my first meal of the day. First and foremost, it's a complete source of protein. And I wanted to start my day off with something um, that was high, somewhat high in protein. I can get about 19 grams of protein with 3 eggs. Second, I don't really like eating breakfast. And so I wanted something that was light, but also satiating so that I wouldn't feel hungry an hour after eating it. And eggs fit that bill. But why boiled eggs, you may ask? It's because I don't really like scrambled eggs. Um, Not that they're horrible, but if I have to have it with prepared with butter and cheese, do I really like the egg? Or do I like butter and cheese? I like chili crunch with boiled eggs way more than I like scrambled eggs with cheese. And I chose to eat the same type of meals on repeat for simplicity's sake. I don't have to guess how many calories, how much protein, how many carbs, because I already have this meal saved in my fitness app. And that goes the same thing for my lunch and most of my dinners. So it takes the guesswork out of figuring out what to eat. A little darkened, but it'll do. Date night. Remember the last video, if you watched the last video, I said we have one dedicated monthly date. It's the 13th, and it's today. All right, we're going out to dinner for a little steak. Thank you, Mama. It's better than the other one.
Hello there, guys.
Hey, Mama.
They are ready, folks.
All right, guys. It's been a couple of days now. I guess I just didn't record much yesterday. The hubby woke up and he was sick. So my capacity to take care of my husband and record just isn't there. Right now I'm making him some chicken noodle soup. I'm still staying on track. I'm eating to plan, working out, but just not recording it because you got to know your limits. Y'all, if you watch, y'all know I'm not the cook of the family, so let's hope the soup is good. Is it good?
That's real good.
Yay! He said it's really good. Y'all, I be so nervous feeding my husband. That's a downside to having a husband that can cook. When you give him their plate, you be like, I hope it's okay. So I'm here to report the hubby is doing much better. And I'm going on a date with this guy. I know this year I'm like, oh, I want to eat better and do all the things. But also this year, part of my son's goals for the year were to spend, well, you can say it.
Was to spend time with family and like specific moments between each other. So like mom going on a date, dad going on a date, me and Romy playing a game, you know, all the things, you know.
And so this child wanted once a week we watch a movie and eat dinner, and then once a month we go on a date. So he's taking me to
Panda Express. You know, try a new place out, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, I picked Panda Express.
Oh.
I did.
Oh.
Because at home I would eat proteins and green, like a green vegetable. And I can get that same thing there. And they offer a 3 meats and a side. So I'm going to get, chicken teriyaki. And like 3 servings of chicken teriyaki. And what's their greens? It's something green. But I'll show you when we get there. So although it may seem like I'm eating out a lot because, you know, going out on dates with my guys, it's important, right? To prioritize the people that you love and create that balance for your health. Yep, super greens. So yes, I indeed am eating out more often than I would normally, but we are making wise choices, or as best as we can, and still getting that quality time with my guys. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
You wanted super greens for the side?
Yes.
Alright, and what else is that?
3 servings of teriyaki chicken.
Teriyaki?
Yeah.
Any drinks for you guys?
Can I get a cup of water?
He said 49, right?
29.
I thought he said 49%.
Okay, so we're walking across the shopping center to get a 15-minute walk in after dinner. This guy wanted to go to Ross. So we're gonna walk to Ross instead of driving.
Yeah.
See, healthy life choices.
Exactly. After doubting 3 pounds of orange chicken, you know?
It was probably more like 12 ounces of orange chicken. Maybe a pound with the sauce for you.
Yeah.
But mine was 12 ounces of meat. But anyway, we may regret this when we come out of Ross. So this video's focus was supposed to be on what do I eat, right? And I really feel like Panda Express last night with my son really shows what my dinners would look like. At home, I would just do protein and greens, and that's exactly what I did there. And I'm pretty sure I already put the macros on the screen for you so you can know. The only thing that was different was that I had more carbs than I would at home because of the teriyaki sauce. So you already seen that I eat eggs for breakfast and I eat like proteins and veggies for dinner. So what do I eat in between? Well, let me show you. So excuse the vacuum, the boys are upstairs cleaning. But if you watched the last video, then you already know I eat Greek yogurt and berries. Now, why Greek yogurt and berries? Well, initially, y'all don't pour off that juices that be on the top. That's good for you. Got all the good probiotics and stuff in it. But initially, like every time you would see like a health account and everybody giving recommendations, they always say Greek yogurt and berries. And I'm like, why Greek yogurt and berries? So I researched it and I was like, yes, Greek yogurts and berries. So, you know, Greek yogurt has good probiotics, like I already mentioned, which is good for your gut health and digestion. Greek yogurt has a good amount of protein in it. Now, I don't do just the serving size. It's typically like 3/4 a cup. I'm like, just give me a cup of Greek yogurt. So I'm measuring it out in grams here, which end up being like 225 grams of yogurt. We're good. Now, I'm not just going to eat plain Greek yogurt. So I do use a vanilla protein powder to not only aid in flavor, but to add even more protein. I only do 1 serving though. No, I only do half a serving of this protein powder. So that gives me another 15 grams of protein. And so I was like, while I'm at it, I might as well add some collagen in here as well. This one just so happens to have hyaluronic acid and vitamin C too. Boop. And then I give all that a good old mix. You got to make sure to kind of fold it into it initially or else you'll make a mess. When I first started eating this, I thought I needed to add liquid because of the amount of powder that I put in there, but you don't. Or I don't. Oop, still made a mess. Jeez, yalada. Now I've seen where some people have added the Jello pudding, the sugar-free Jello pudding. But the vanilla flavoring from my protein powder is sufficient enough for me. But do you? And now we can top it off with a cup of berries. So with the protein and the fiber combined, it keeps you full for a significant amount of time. And we all know berries have antioxidants in it that it's good for managing like inflammation in the body. And I tend to get a lot of inflammation in my body. So in addition to protein and probiotics and fiber, it also has vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin K, all the things. So this is my like midday meal. The fruit is still frozen and I personally don't mind that because I would like a little texture in my yogurt. And since I'm not adding like a granola, the fruit gives me the texture. So again, before I go and enjoy that, the reason why I'm trying to eat the same things on repeat is to take the guesswork out of it. So I don't have to count macros every day because I already have presets in my MyFitness account for the different meals that I eat and the amount of protein that I need for each dinner. So for example, I know when I eat a steak, I'll have broccoli with it. So I know I need 16 ounces of steak to get the amount of protein that I myself want. Did I tell y'all how much protein I want? So my goal is to get between 150 to 200 grams of protein a day. And so far it's been pretty good. I'm landing right at the 175 mark. Yesterday with Panda Express, I made it to over 200 grams of protein. But then too many carbs. So, you know, there's give and take in this thing. But all right, guys, I'm finna go and enjoy my midday meal because I need to go meet my best friend for a pedicure. All right, guys, it's Sunday, so that's the end of one week and the start of a new week. So how did this week go? Well, clearly you saw my husband was sick for the middle portion of the week, so that wasn't good. But overall, when it comes to my health and wellness journey, it went well, kinda. So let's start with the good part. The good part is I stayed the course with my eating. Now, fitness, on the other hand, not so well this week. Well, I got in about 2 cardio days when the goal is to do 4. Although I did get all of my weightlifting in. I love weightlifting, so that's not a problem. I can easily get that in. And the fact that I do the weightlifting in the morning is like, check, the first thing. And sometimes life makes it so I can't get the cardio in the evening time. So I'm going to challenge myself this week to not do just 4 days a week. If I say I have to do it every day, that doesn't give room for me to be like, okay, well, I'll just do it tomorrow. Okay, well, I'll just do it the next day. And then I run out of days. So for week 3, I'm going to commit to walking every day for at least 45 minutes. Now, I hope to be able to do that all in one session. But if life gets in the way and I have to break it up, I will break it up. But the goal is to do it all in one session, but I'm definitely going to get 45 minutes a day, starting this Sunday to next. And now for what you've all been waiting for, the roses. Let me get a helper. So Romy's my helper for today. All right. So remember, my goal is to lose 2 pounds a week. So since this is the result of week 2, my goal is only to have lost 4 pounds. So keep that in mind. Okay? So for this week, I am going to have to take out a rose or 2. Yes, I gained 2 pounds. Remember week 1, I was fasting. I fasted for 5 days and I lost 10 pounds. Now, it is expected to, when you start to eat again, that you would gain weight. At one point in this week, I believe it was like Wednesday, the scale had moved up 5 points. So the fact that I brought it back down another 3 points, I'm still counting as a win. But we do have to take the roses out. So we're down to 8 roses, which is perfectly fine because it's still 4 more roses than my goal for the week.
Good job, Mama.
Thanks, babe. So on this journey, there's going to be roller coasters, and I'm trying to prepare myself mentally for that, and you be prepared too. But this one little bump in the road, it's perfectly fine and perfectly normal. So if you got this far in a video, can you let me know you watched this whole video in the comments by posting 2 roses for me down below. All right, guys. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.